Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now it's Miller. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And in this offense, the shifty Lamar Miller sometimes sets the table.
And he's at his best when the number of carries for him approaches 20. Wears down defenses with his speed.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A third down gain of 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically when
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On second down, here's Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
he has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think it'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 16 carries, 62 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost like in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to give his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's second and 8. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's doing the covering? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And here comes the Texans now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the gun, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. throwing on second and long. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Watson over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Again, it's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy.
And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. Gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
15 for the Niners there to 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's in for the 49ers score. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now it's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Watson over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson operating from the gun. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Watson now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Buying time. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. After the interception, here's Watson. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run. It's Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. They're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense.